We're so honored to have you all here for a wonderful short evening lighting the first candle of Hanukkah. Really quickly, some 2,300 years ago, our ancestors were in the Holy Land of Israel, and they went through an era of immense challenges and difficulties from the Assyrian Empire that didn't allow them to practice their faith with freedom, severe restrictions, lots of oppression, lots of suffering, until a small band of brave Jews decided to stand up for what was right, and with great miracles they were able to overcome the oppressors, overcome the enemies. Returning to the Holy Temple in Jerusalem, they attempted to light the menorah, the candelabra in the Holy Temple, but they couldn't because there was no pure olive oil. They only found one small jug of olive oil, only enough for one day, and miraculously the oil lasted for 8 days until they were able to bring in new oil. For the last 2,300 years, every single year, Jewish people around the world get together and we light the menorah. The 8 branches on the menorah, we increase every day another candle, another one light on the menorah, and it brings to our homes, it brings out to the darkness on the street a message of light, a message of hope, a message of love, and a message of freedom and hope that the world will be illuminated, that the dark world out there will be filled with light and with peace and with harmony. En español, voy a intentar en español. Hace 2,300 años, nuestros ancestros, los judíos en la tierra de Israel, han sufrido mucho por una época bajo de la opresión de los asirianos que restringieron mucho su libertad de practicar su religión, su fe, abierto y fue muy difícil para ellos hasta que un grupo de judíos, los Maccabim, decidieron que basta, van a pararse y van a defender sus derechos, y con muchos milagros podían ganar y regresar a Jerusalén, a Israel. Entrando en el templo en Jerusalén, querían inmediatamente a encender el candelabro del templo, la menorá, pero no encontraban ni un frasco de aceite puro para encender la menorá hasta que encontraron uno, suficiente por un día, y milagrosamente lo encendieron y se quedó quemándose 8 días hasta que podían conseguir aceite nuevo. Los últimos 2,300 años, judíos en todo el mundo se reúnen, se juntan familias en sus casas y se encienden velas de la menorá para recordar, experimentar este milagro, iluminando y encendiendo otra vela cada noche durante los 8 días de Chanucá. Y esto da a la casa, a la familia, a la comunidad y a la calle, al mundo oscuro, un mensaje de esperanza, un mensaje de fe, un mensaje de paz, de amor y de la libertad de poder practicar nuestra fe, lo que nosotros creemos, con paz y con aceptación. Gracias. Aquí estamos en nuestro 7º año aquí en San José del Cabo, en el Artwalk, encendiendo la vela y llevando este mensaje de luz, este mensaje de paz y convivencia entre todos. Siempre agradecemos a la ciudad, al municipal de Los Cabos, para darnos esta oportunidad, para darnos este lugar tan precioso, este paraíso como Cabo, para poder practicar y compartir nuestra fe con todos los demás en nuestros alrededores. As we always do, we appreciate and we are so grateful to the municipality of Los Cabos, who are so open, giving and kind to allow us to practice our faith in the last 15 years in this real true paradise of Cabo in peace and safety. We hope it continues for many years. This year the message of Hanukkah is a lot more poignant, is a lot stronger for us, as we know that our brothers and sisters in our Holy Land, all over the world, there is a real fight between goodness and evil, between light and darkness, between those who wish for peace those who love life, and those who call for death and destruction, and those who crave martyrdom and evil. And so these Hanukkah menorahs, they go a lot deeper into us as we stand with our brothers and sisters in our Holy Land of Israel. And we stand with them for this message of light, of peace, finally, not just for our Holy Land, but for the entire world. Este año es mucho más fuerte para nosotros, los judíos, nuestros hermanos y hermanas en la tierra santa de Israel, en todo el mundo. Nosotros estamos luchando de luz contra la oscuridad, de la vida contra el muerte, de los que están buscando una vida subiéndose, llenando luz y paz y convivencia entre todos, y aquellos del otro lado que están buscando matar, buscando odiar, buscando separar y hacer más oscuridad. Entonces estas luces de la menorá tocan mucho más fuerte para darnos este mensaje y que nosotros lo compartimos también. The message of the menorah is not just to light a candle, but to be a candle, to be a light of goodness and kindness to those around, all of us around you. Each and every one of us during these next 8 days are challenged by the message of Hanukkah to be that light. Cada uno, el mensaje de la menorá no es solamente encender una vela, sino es ser una vela, poder iluminar nuestro alrededor con amor, con paz, con buenas acciones, con otra sonrisa a nuestros vecinos, para aceptar más, para amar más. They say the story, just to conclude, of a fellow who's walking on the beach early one morning just before sunrise, and he sees there's a little child, there's thousands and thousands of starfish that are scattered all along the beach, and a little child is picking up one by one starfish and throwing them back into the sea. And so he looks at the little boy, he says, young man, what are you doing? And he says, these starfish, the sun is going to come out soon, and the starfish are going to die, so I'm putting them back into the sea so they can live. So he says, this is ridiculous. There's tens of thousands of starfish all along the beach. You're not going to get anywhere. You're going to save a few, but... So the little boy looks down at the starfish in his hand, and he throws it into the sea, and he looks back up at this person, and he says, for that starfish, it meant everything. I don't know how to say starfish in Spanish. ¿Cómo se dice? Una persona está caminando muy temprano en la mañana, en la madrugada, en la playa, y ve que hay un niño joven levantando estrellas del mar y tirándolos en el mar. Hay miles de estas estrellas del mar dispersados en la playa, y pregunta de ese niño joven, ¿qué estás haciendo? Dice que en un rato más el sol va a subir y estas estrellas del mar van a morir. Estoy salvándolos, tirándolos en el mar. Dijo ese muchacho, qué tontería. Hay tantos miles y miles de estos en la playa. Tus acciones no van a hacer un cambio. El niño tomó esta estrella del mar que estaba en su mano, lo tiró en el mar, volteó al Señor y le dijo, Señor, para esta estrella del mar valió todo, valió la vida. Esto es el mensaje de la vela. La Torá, judaísmo, nuestro mensaje no es de ir y cambiar todo el mundo. Hay que hacer cosas grandes, afectando miles, millones de personas, sino hoy la prueba es ser una velita, hacer una acción pequeño para mejorar nuestra vida, y mañana hacer 2 y pasando mañana 3. Con cada velita hace toda la diferencia. No es necesario cambiar todo el mundo. The message of the menorah is, with the Torah, our faith doesn't ask us to change the world, to inspire millions of people. Our Torah challenges us, the menorah challenges us to be a little candle. Do one action to better yourself, to better your surroundings. And tomorrow we're going to add another little flame, 2 candles, and after that 3. Every little candle makes a difference. And with this we will see a better, brighter world. Before we light the menorah, we'd like to dedicate a song for our brothers and sisters in the Holy Land. And everybody will receive a candle, and we have little papers that we're going to give out of our brothers and sisters who are unfortunately held in captivity, who were taken hostage. Every paper will have a name. Some of them were returned, but they have a long way to go to recovery. And as you get your paper, you will have a name. You'll hopefully get it with a candle. And we'd like to play one song and dedicate this song, Shir HaMa'alot, Esa Einai El He'arim Me'ayin Yavo Ezri, a song of ascents, una canción de acentos, de elevación, es ascensos. Esa Einai El He'arim, levanto mis ojos a las montañas, Me'ayin Yavo Ezri, Ezri Me'im HaShem. ¿De dónde va a venir mi salvación, mi ayuda? Mi ayuda viene de Dios, del Todopoderoso. We're going to play the song Shir HaMa'alot, and have in mind the name of whoever's on your page to ask and pray for peace, for redemption, for salvation, and for peace for all the world. Shir HaMa'alot, a song of ascents. I raise my eyes to the heavens. Where will my salvation come from? It comes from God Almighty. Some 19 years ago, there was a very, very special fellow, not from Cabo, who was here in Cabo, and the idea was shared with him. What say you that we start a small Jewish community here in Cabo? And this fellow, Jose Galikot, tells the story that at some point in time, he was in Yad Vashem in Israel, in the Holocaust Museum, and they had a map of Europe. And they went through the timeline, the 1920s, the 1930s, the 1940s, and all little lights wherever Jewish communities were around Europe. And as the timeline progressed, those lights began to dim and flicker, and eventually were extinguished as hatred, anti-Semitism ravaged Europe. And he was very, very affected by it. And he made a pledge that he wants to make it his business to light more lights on maps. And Cabo was one of his lights that he began some 18, 19 years ago. We all owe our greatest gratitude to Senor Jose Galikot. He's not here tonight, but we're honored to have one of his descendants here with us. We want to call him up to have the honor. We're going to ask Ilan to please light the shamash. And for the first candle, I believe he parked, I believe he's on the way. Let's hope we don't have to wait 8 days. We're going to call up a very, very special founder, pioneer of our community, who 12 years ago on Hanukkah shared with us his dream of having a Jewish center established, a proper community established here in Cabo. And for us, it was really a dream. We could never ever imagine what would come out of it, but thanks to his vision, his generosity, his kindness. Is he here? Not here yet, but he's gonna come. I think he's floating in from somewhere. By the way, putting up the menorah and the candles was a real Hanukkah miracle this year. So, but we'd like to call upon Dr. Raymond Shanazi. All right, he's going to come and we're going to light the first candle. Give me a minute. We'll sing while he hasn't come. That's what we do. Sevivon, sof, 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 Chanucá, uchatov, Chanucá, uchatov, Sevivon, sof, 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 nasov, kovav sham, nes gadol haya sham, nes gadol haya sham, sof, nasov, sham. I have a little dreidel, let's go, out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, oh dreidel I shall play, oh dreidel, 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 I made you out of clay, and when you're dry and ready, oh dreidel I shall play, Ma'oz zur Yeshuati, Lechana el Shabeach, Tikon beit kefilati, V'sham toda mitzavea, le'et tachim, mitzorat nabea, az egmor v'shir mizmor, Chanukah here? Not yet. Chanucá, oh Chanucá, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance the hora. Gather round the table, we'll give you a treat. So we're going to play with the latkes. I didn't practice the words. While we are playing, the candles are burning low. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. And here we are, ready to light the first candle of the menorah. Once again, we call upon the pioneer, the visionary of Cabo, who saw a bright future in Cabo. And it's all thanks to him that we're here. We invite you to join us for Shabbat services, the classes that we have during the week, the women's programs, and all the other amazing events that we have going on. Without further ado, Dr. Raymond.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר קידשנו ומצוותיו וציוונו להדליק נר של חנוכה. אדוני מלך העולם שעשה ניסים לאבותינו בימים ההם בזמן הזה. אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה.
אמן. הנרות הללו שאנו מדליקים, הנרות הללו שאנו מדליקים, על הניסים ועל הנפלאות ועל המלחמות ועל התשועות שעשית לאבותינו, שעשית לאבותינו בימים ההם, בימים ההם, בימים ההם. Everybody's welcome. We have donuts, we have latkes on the side here, we have kids activities. Thank you so much. On the right side of the stage, to the left you have the tent. We got activities and crafts for the kids.